Football Dad's Army. Just a quick one today. Does any other Arsenal fan out there need Mikel Arteta to explain the reasons behind signing Kai Havertz? I know everyone's jumping on him, and I know it's it's not really a good thing to do. You don't want to slag your own players off, and I hate doing it, but I still can't get my head round why he signed him. And now he's had to play him. He's moved around other players, and to accommodate him. They say I can't get my finger on it, right? Because we signed Declan Rice, all right, with Declan Rice and Thomas Partey in midfield, along with Martin Odegaard, in front of the back four from last season that was so good, with Ben White at right back, not Partey at right back, Ben White at right back, with Saliba and Gabriel, and then Zinchenko at the left back inverted, or this new player, Julian Timber, unfortunately is injured. I understand the signing of him to cover that. Him and Zinchenko, swap them about, but he can also invert from the right side, whatever this Timber. This inverted full-back style that Arteta is so staunch and so adamant on playing every week. But what I can't get my hands on, what I can't get my head around is why sign Havertz? Because we didn't really need him. He's had 2 or 3 poor seasons at Chelsea. I know he was good before he went to Chelsea, and he's trying to rediscover the form. But does anybody else think Arteta should come out and explain his reasons behind it? Because really, what we needed was an out-and-out striker, cover, or different option up front, rather than this Havertz. I know he's been brought in to sort of try and replace Granit Xhaka, because Granit Xhaka played last season, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit there, and it's baffling me. It's mind blowing to me. The team, listen to this team, right? This team wins in the league. Ramsdale in goal, or the other geezer, right? No competition for the goalkeeping spot. I'm not going to argue about that, right? That's I know you don't normally see 2 sort of number ones goalkeepers in the same team. Very rare you see that, but that's all right. That's competition for Ramsdale. All right, fair enough. But Ramsdale or Raya in goal, with Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice and Partey, the guy in midfield, with up front, Saka, Jesus, Martinelli, wins you the league. It wins you the league. And there's adequate cover here and there and everywhere. But where does Havertz fit into that? What is Havertz's position? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. And the first 4 games this season, he has been poor, very poor. And there was a chance last weekend. He's 3 yards out and he misses it. He fluffs it. Come on, 6 odd million for that. 6. I mean, I'm not bothered about the money. Really and truly, it's not mine. It's the club's money. We started spending big, acting like a big club, an elite club. Lovely. But Havertz was a mistake, and I think a lot of the Arsenal fan base believe that was a mistake. And Arteta, he's got to see it. What does he see in him? He must. All right, we all jumped on him about re-signing Granit Xhaka, giving him that new contract after that big performance, and keeping him in the team, making him one of the 5 captains again. Don't forget he threw the captain's armband down on the floor. Was all jumped on him for that, but it did pay dividends last season. He came into fruition, and he had the season of his career at Arsenal last year. Let me tell you that. Last season was his best season. I don't care what anybody says. I've watched him for 5 years. He was at the club. He was never as good as he was supposed to have been. He wasn't as great. He didn't. For me, he wasn't the player that we thought he was going to be until last season. His best season, and then boom, he's gone. Same thing happened with Van Persie, if you remember rightly. Had a couple of half decent seasons, but then a lot of injuries. But then that brilliant season he had before he went to United, the best season of his career, boom, what happened? It's gone. Sold him. So You know, what's it going to take for us to like accept Kai Havertz? He's going to have to start. I'm telling you now, the game against Japan as well for Germany, he wasn't great in that game either. Tommy Arsenal got man of the match in that game, by the way. Had a fantastic game. I watched the highlights. He looked really good playing the centre half, not fullback, centre back. But I believe that, you know, his days could be numbered pretty soon. And you know what they're going to say? They're going to argue. Why did you buy him if you're going to drop him? And when they pick him, what are you playing him for? So this is sort of catch-22 there with Havertz at the moment. He has got to very, very quickly start fucking scoring or start playing well, or start doing something, assisting, whatever he's doing. If he's in that box-to-box role, he's got to start tracking back, winning the balls, winning possession back, and then spraying it forward and laying off other players, assisting goals, whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm baffled by the decision to sign him. Doesn't make any sense to me. You know, he's a Premier League ready player, as I said before. A Premier League ready player, and he ain't cutting the mustard. I'll see you soon.